Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, we want to present to all of you about principles of Islamic accounting. So basically, our group consists of three students, which is the first presenter will be me, Muhammad Akmal. The second presenter will be Muhammad Hafizuddin, and the third presenter will be Muhammad Arif Fazlan. Okay, as we know, in accounting, we have two worldview, which is Islamic and conventional. What is the difference between Islamic worldview and conventional worldview accounting? Okay. For the Islamic worldview, we take the definition first. The definition of Islamic accounting is the accounting process which provide appropriate information to stakeholders of an entity to ensure that entity is continuously operating within Islamic Sharia boundary and delivering on its socio-economics. Beside Islamic worldview, we also have conventional worldview. The definition of conventional accounting is the identification, recording, classification, interpretation, and communication of economic events to permit users to make informed decisions. Next, we will learn about Islamic accounting overview. Islamic accounting function is to ensure that Islamic organization obey the principles of Sharia or Islamic law in dealings. It is also enable the assessment of whether the objective of the organization are being met. In Islamic accounting, we also have Sharia law. Sharia law is a concept divine law governing the life of individual Muslim in their relationship with Allah, human beings and others. Sharia law is also for prohibits interest-based income or usury, or we call as riba, and also gambling. It is also help to ensure that the company do not harm others while making money and achieve equitable allocation. For conventional accounting overview, it is based on capitalist interpretation. It also provides information, is measure value recorded and communicated, and also communicating that through financial statement users, investors rely on to make decisions regarding their investment. They will also communicating that information through financial statements, users, assets and liabilities. The difference between Islamic and conventional is conventional finance is based on capitalist economy. It is also focused on profit maximization and includes interest and most business activities. Banks are primarily lending based on organization and application of conventional accounting standard, for example, IFRS. While Islamic finance is based on Quran and Sunnah, profits to be made within confines of Sharia, prohibition of interest, riba and many businesses activities, and bank provide both commercial and investment banking services. So we go to the next presenter, which is Muhammad Hafizuddin.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Hafizuddin. Okay, today I will tell you about the Code of Ethics. A code of ethics is a set of principles intended to assist professionals in conducting business in an honest and ethical manner. The mission and values of the business or organization may be outlined in a code of ethics document, as well as how professionals are expected to handle problems. ethical principles based on the firm's core values and the standards to which the professional is held. A code of ethics, often known as an ethical code, can cover topics like business ethics, professional practice codes, and employee conduct codes. Okay, now I will tell you about distinguish between AOFI and MIA codes of ethics. Okay, what is AAOIFI? AAOIFI is a accounting auditing organization, Islamic financial institution. So, the definition of AAOIFI is ADL, a notion that refers to a minimal ethical standards that must be followed. The term literally means or indicates to position something in its proper place, and it encompasses the concept of justice, equity, fairness, non-discrimination, equality and balance. Second is barakah, an increase in the quantity and or quality of Allah Almighty's bounties or endowment through unseen and unpredictable means, or an indication of his concerns for one's life, time, health, belongings, and or income. The third is ethically defensible decision. Okay, after meeting certain requirements, a judgment that can be defended and justified as a ethical decision. Decision. Okay, they have many objectives of AAOI of I, but I just pick two of them, which is first is to aid Islamic finance experts in comprehending the needs of ethical conduct and selecting the appropriate course of action in ethical dilemmas. Okay. Second is to inspire Islamic finance professionals to pursue ethics on their own initiative and to serve as role models for others. Okay. So the second topic is MIA Code of Ethics. So I will explain to you what is MIA bylaws. First, the first is the professional ethics bylaw are largely based on the International Federation of Accountants Codes of Ethics for Professional Accountants, which is IFAC. Ethics is concerned with the principles, values, and beliefs that guide judgment and behavior. It is about doing the right thing in the circumstances, not only observing laws, rules, and regulations. Trust is necessary for business and society to function. Before I continue my explaining about MIA, before that, I want to tell you what is MIA. MIA is a Malaysian Institute Accounting. So, I'm sorry. MIA is Malaysian Institute Accountant. Okay, so I will continue the introduction about MIA. So, the Council modifies the bylaws from time to time to ensure that they are relevant and fulfill the needs of both the profession and the stakeholders concerned. As a result, members must be familiarize themselves with the bylaws, which may be altered altered and updated on the website to ensure that members comply with the bylaws. Okay, next we will go to the MIA aim of bylaw. The first is in light of the professional responsibilities and duties owed by all members, whether in a public practice or not, to their clients, employers, authorities, and the general public, establish standards for conduct, eh, establish standards of conduct for members. Second is members must fulfill their responsibilities as professionals with honesty, objectivity, impartiality, and due professional care at all times, and be free of the influence of any consideration that appears to be in conflict with this requirement. So that's all about the between AAOI of I and MIA. So we will go to the next presenter, which is my beloved friend, Fazlan. Okay.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Muhammad Arif Fazlan bin Zaini. Okay, today I want to talk about in what way can the Islamic concept of piety assist the accountants to become ethical. First of all, what is the meaning of piety? Piety is Muslim people fear of the Almighty God. Okay, the word piety means shield or protecting barrier in Arabic. It's to keep oneself safe from Allah's wrath. Piety is defined by some scholars as erecting a barrier between yourself and Allah's retribution. Piety also refers to performing what Allah has commanded and staying away from what He has forbidden. Okay, now we go on to the question A. In what way can the Islamic concept of piety assist the accountant to become ethical? Okay, the nature of ethic is very tentative. It may be good for someone and it may be bad for others. On the contrary, in Islam, to become ethically is not following as long as society accepts. Since being ethical is clearly not a matter of the following the others' belief. In fact, it can definitely deviate from what does define and as being ethical based on religion belief. In Islam, whatever the Muslim do, they must follow the Islamic requirement and it should only imply one's relationship with God by doing total submission that is enacted willingly as absolute obedience to the law revealed by Allah. Hmm. Thus, ethics that defined by religion is the absolute in nature. Islam is a religion that can set high ethical standards and can provide intense motivation for ethical behavior in all aspects of human life, including accounting. Indeed, accountants are confronted with a complex moral dilemma when it comes to producing and reporting financial information. For accountants, the role of Islamic ethics is critical in carrying out their duties both professionally and ethically. As a result, it is intended that accountants' study and implementation of Islamic ethics will lead to a more ethical accounting profession. And question B. What are the rules of ethical conduct based on the Islamic principle of trustworthiness? Do you think these ethical rules are sufficient to discipline accountants? Okay, we must know that accounting and accountants play a significant role in the Muslim society to provide trustful accounting information to Muslim users. accountants in Islam may have a special roles and responsibilities to be achieved. The main purpose of Muslim accountant is to achieve falah from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Falah here means success. Success in accounting or account. In order to achieve success and getting reward from Allah, accountants must be trustful and fair when preparing financial statement for the benefit of the user of accounting information. Mm, Next is accountant task is to clearly communicate the information for decision making purpose and prepare financial statement that relies on the principle of justice, trust, fair, integrity and reliability for precise decision making. I think Islamic principles of trustworthiness are sufficient ethical rules to discipline accountants. Firstly is provide and communicate important financial and non-financial data in an honest, genuine and transparent manner. Second is unless required by applicable accounting and auditing requirements, avoid committing confidential information. The third one is never use confidential information for unethical purpose. And lastly is avoid any actions or behavior that can jeopardize the institution religious and ethical goals. That's all for from us. Thank you.